real quick, since the audio and the video. Make sure all the stuff's off. Okay. Oh, Ruby, can you hit the mute button on my computer real quick? I don't think I did that. Perfect, thank you. All right, we are here with John Nadolski. Did I say it right this time?
Absolutely. All that experience.
All the experience of it now. So welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. This is a treat.
Yeah, you should feel honored. This is the first time we've had a returning guest, so first one for that. But yeah, we're excited for you to be on today and for us to talk about Methodist helping Methodist and all the good stuff that's coming out of that. So for the people who maybe didn't listen to the first episode, can you give us a little introduction of who you are?
Sure. My name's John Nadolski. I'm the Senior Director for Church Engagement. So for me, I've been involved with Living Water International full-time since 2005. Served a couple different places, ran the California office, came back and now is involved with church engagement. I enjoy what I'm doing. I get to be a resource to the church. I get to be a resource to you in Chapelwood, UMC, and about 200 other churches in the greater Houston area.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, a lot has changed since you've been on. And
okay.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking beforehand about how we met like in a closet. So John was the second ever episode we recorded. And we just had chairs set up with mics. I mean, it wasn't anything like this. So it's exciting to have you back on and to be talking. We've kind of realized that with a lot of our partner organizations, it's great to talk in a holistic review of the organization and how it's doing. But, organizations like Living Water, there's just so many different aspects to it and so many nooks and crannies. And we want to take some time to bring people back on and highlight some of those areas and just talk about how that kind of formed out of a larger idea. So with that in mind, can you give us kind of an introduction to help Methodist helping Methodist and what it is and what it does?
When I first heard about Sierra Leone and got my first request to go over there and help was probably around 2002. And a guy named Capri, call him Cops for short, contacted me and said, can you come over here and help me and my group as we try to help the people of Sierra Leone? Really legitimate, really a good approach. But I had to write him back and I said, you're in the middle of a civil war. You're still shooting at each other. I can't send volunteers over there when you're still shooting at each other. And then the war ended about 2003. He contacted me and said, the war's over. Can you come help me help my people? So I went over to Sierra Leone, and it's the toughest place in the world health-wise. It has the worst health statistics of any place in the world. 1 out of 4 kids were dying before the age of 5. Wow. And those numbers have been confirmed a couple of different times in a couple of different ways. And for those who saw the book or read the movie, or read the book Blood Diamonds,
I remember that. I didn't see it, but I do remember it.
It's a powerful story, but it really does a good job of showing what it's like for the boys and the girls in the camps, where the rebels kidnapped these kids out of the villages that they live in. The boys, they got them drugged up and turned them into soldiers. The girls became camp servants and all the bad ways you want to think about that. Just terrible situations. Well, I learned that there was a large Methodist church and school and orphanage over in a place called Kissy. And guys from the Methodist background would go out into the jungle and rescue these kids out of these camps and bring them back to the orphanage, the Methodist orphanage. And I heard about that, and it just gave me this soft spot for what the Methodists were doing there. And then I saw how the people in Sierra Leone were working together. There's probably a majority Muslim, 40% Christian, 10% or so animistic. It's really a diverse culture, but they were working together. They were trying to work together, and when I saw all this happening, I made a promise to myself that I would help anyone who's helping the people of Sierra Leone. So that gives us a background. Living Water started working there in 2007, and we do about 40 water projects a year. Last year, 3 of those water projects were done for primary schools run by the UMC, the United Methodist Church. So I went around to different friends who are within the Methodist Church family and said, I'm creating this program called Methodists Helping Methodists. Would you want to get involved? And I of 6 or 7 churches and families got involved. It worked out really well. And so we even, I didn't show you this, but we even created a book on it. So we call it, the idea of Methodists Helping Methodists is just Methodist families, Methodist churches from the United States.
And you had never heard of anything like this before?
No, it was just,
It was organized.
it was a spontaneous thing, but based on that promise that I had made to myself that to help anyone who's helping the people of Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shot of the book right there. Here, that's really awesome. I didn't know there was a book. That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, it becomes a table book that
Yes.
people can put out there. So I passed it out to all the groups and partners that have been partnered, and everyone enjoyed it. Everyone likes to hear the story and know that what they did made a difference.
That's incredible. Yeah, it's really cool to hear that process of, someone reaching out all those years ago, and it even wasn't an immediate response because of other circumstances, but just the timing of it, and that kind of taking it step by step and
Mhm.
seeing how it's grown now. That's really cool.
It is cool, and I'm tickled to be a little part of it. I have stayed involved with Sierra Leone, and Living Water works not only in Sierra Leone but like 17 other countries.
Yeah. So what has been Living Water's connection with, the whole Methodist Helping Methodist, and what is that?
Living Water does about 40 water projects a year in Sierra Leone. It just happens that 3 of them are projects at primary schools run by the Methodist Church. So lots of different ways. Last year, we bought a new drill rig for Sierra Leone. Can I take a step back on that? Back when I started Living Water Sierra Leone back around 2007 with cops.
Okay.
And then Robert and Ruth Search got involved, and they have been running Living Water Sierra Leone for many, many years. And you've heard of Mercy ships, the big ship, medical ship that goes around the world and just blesses so many people in so many ways. One of the ways they were blessing people in Sierra Leone is they had a little drill rig that they were using, and when they left, they gave it to Living Water.
Wow.
And so we were using that to not only to drill some of the wells, but it was a fairly small drill rig. So about 3 years ago, we raised the money, and it's like $150,000 that we had to raise, $180,000 plus a support truck. So you're talking a large piece of money to get a new drill rig and support vehicles so we can drill some of the harder rock areas of Sierra Leone. And so that really helped us go from just kind of scratching around in the soft areas to going into some of the hard rock areas and making a difference.
It's neat to see how that connection has come with Living Water, and Methodist helping Methodist, and through you and through just being able to kind of put those connections together and then being able to support. That's really.
We're just a straw going from those who have a need to tell the story to others, to get other people involved, and to pass those blessings to the people who need it.
What is the growth you've seen, like from whenever you started, back to say 2002, that you started with the Methodist, helping Methodists, and now on to what y'all have going on now?
Well, one thing is the health. Back when I first started getting involved with Sierra Leone, 1 in 4 kids died before the age of 5. Worst health statistics of any place in the world. And I checked last year because I was teaching a class, and it's down to about 15% to 17%, which is not acceptable. It's not there yet,
Right,
but it's going in the right direction.
That's awesome. Well, as we kind of wind down this part of the interview, we'll talk a little bit more in the next about, more of the practical side of what's happening there and what Methodist helping Methodist looks like and how people might get involved with it. But yeah, no, this has been really informational, and it's encouraging to me to hear the story of how this has come about, and that, again, we talked about this on the last podcast we went to about just how God's timing works and how it's not always immediate and it takes time. And that's, again, kind of what I take out of this is that, it takes time for, these things to come together, and so people don't be discouraged people whenever something is happening.
Amen to that.
I'd also add to listen to that small voice that nudges you. I was doing my devotional this morning. It just talked about the knock on the door. That God gives us those doors, but that we need to knock on them and go through them and be open to what He's nudging us towards. That it might not end up being anything, but it might turn into Methodist helping Methodist.
That's awesome. All right, well, we're going to move on to the next section. Howdy, and thanks for watching. Please leave a like and comment on this video. And if you aren't subscribed already to the Your Wide channel, go ahead and subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If anything during the video piques your interest, go ahead and check out the descriptions in the link below. Go and find your why, people.